I'm not here to pat you on the back or tell you that success is a nice little path where you work a bit, play a bit, and life just falls into place. No, I'm here to tell you the cold, hard truth. You want to get ahead of 99.9% of people. You're gonna need to put in the kind of work that 99.9% of people aren't willing to do. That means no half measures, no excuses, no distractions. You want greatness. You have to earn it. It starts with one thing: deep work. Deep work. Not just working hard. Not just staying busy. Deep work means getting into the trenches, cutting out all the noise, and pushing your mind and body to places most people don't have the guts to go. I'm talking about pushing through discomfort, training yourself to focus on one task for hours on end, ignoring everything else. This is the grind that separates winners from losers. Most people are afraid of deep work. They check their phones every 5 minutes, let distractions pull them off course. But let me ask you this: what is that distraction really worth? Likes? Comments? Validation from people who don't even matter? If you're serious about winning, about reaching the top, then every one of those distractions is just dead weight. You think the best minds, the top creators, the legends of the game waste their time like that? Hell no. They've mastered the art of going dark. That's what we call ghost mode. When you're in ghost mode, you don't owe anybody anything. You're not out there broadcasting your every move, waiting for approval. You're working in silence, relentlessly, day after day, without expecting applause. The world doesn't need to know what you're doing every minute, every hour. Ghost mode is where you become dangerous. Because no one can track you, no one can see what you're building. It's you against you. And when you come out of that mode, people are going to ask, where did that come from? That's when you know you've made it. When you're in ghost mode, you're going to cut off distractions. You're going to stop feeding on meaningless noise and garbage. That means fewer opinions, fewer social media feeds, fewer people in your life who don't push you. That means going off the grid if you have to. It's you in the lab, grinding, working in darkness until you're unstoppable. Because when you come out of ghost mode, you're not just another competitor, you're the one they fear. You want to win. Here's how you do it. Number 1, build discipline every single day you show up. Tired, don't care, bored, doesn't matter. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. The people who rely on motivation are nowhere to be found when it matters. Discipline is what separates the real players from the ones who just talk. Number 2, set ruthless standards. Stop aiming for good enough. If you want to stand out, everything you do has to be excellent. Most people settle. They start something, it gets hard, and they settle for the first taste of good. But excellence? That's rare and it's earned. Set a standard so high that it scares you and don't accept anything less. Number 3, work on one thing relentlessly. Multitasking is a lie. The world will tell you to juggle 1,000 things, but the truth is, only a deep focus on one thing will get you anywhere close to mastery. Pick one project, one goal, and put everything you have into it. Burn the ships. There's no going back. Number 4, master the art of silence. You don't need to post. Don't need to share your every move. Keep it quiet. When you're quiet, you're focused, and focus is power. Keep your head down. Grind in the shadows. Silence is strength. Make people wonder where you went and what you're working on, because when you're finally ready, the results will speak louder than anything you could ever say. Number 5, harden your mind and body. Mental toughness is everything. You want to be ahead. then you better be stronger than everyone around you. That means pushing yourself physically too. If you can push past the limits of physical pain, if you can go further when everything in your body wants to quit, then you've just trained your mind to ignore limits. And when the mind ignores limits, there is nothing you can't achieve. Here's the reality most people ignore. 99.9% of people won't make it, not because they can't, but because they won't. They get tired and stop. They face failure and quit. They get criticized and lose heart. You want to get ahead of them, outlast them, outwork them, push yourself further than they'd ever consider going. That's how you separate yourself from the pack. And if you can't do that, you'll just be another face in the crowd. Commit to the long game. If you're serious about this, then accept right now that this isn't a month-long sprint. It's not a 6-month game. This is years of your life. Most people can't even stay committed to something for a month, let alone years. You think mastery comes easy. You think greatness is an accident. No. It's hours, years of work in the dark when no one's watching. When everyone else is sleeping, relaxing, you're still grinding. When it feels pointless, when it feels lonely, when everyone else seems to be living easy, that's when you know you're on the right path. That's what it takes to become a master, to be the 1 in 1,000 who rises to the top. When everyone else is laughing, relaxing, enjoying themselves, you're working. And they'll never understand why, but you don't owe them an explanation. Your results will say everything they need to know. So ask yourself right now, do you want this bad enough to go into ghost mode? Do you want this bad enough to give up distractions, comfort, and validation? Because if you don't, walk away now. Go back to the crowd and play it safe. But if you're ready to break away, to get ahead of the 99.9% who will never understand what it takes to reach greatness, then commit. Put in the work, get into deep focus, and don't stop until there's no one left standing next to you. This is your life. This is your shot. Don't waste it. Get out there and make it happen.